I'm on my way out the door. It's kind of weird because I haven't had a client appointment in a week. It's been 1 week since I last went and saw a client or had a meeting. And it's weird because for a while I had meetings like every single day, and I had this project I really wanted to work on, but I couldn't work on it because I always had to go see clients. And now for the last week I haven't had any of those appointments, and it feels really good to be going to see a client, and I'm super excited about it, which is good for me because it's kind of a reminder that I do love the work I do with clients, but there's got to be some balance in the whole thing. And that's gonna be the topic today, is like balance in your work. Not work-life balance, but balance in your work. So what does it mean to have balance in your work? Some people probably don't need it. There are people who love routine, who absolutely need a schedule and a set routine, and they do the same thing day in, day out. I've met a lot of corporate accountants, I've met a lot of tax accountants, I've met just a lot of people in the accounting field that are that way. There's also a lot of people in the legal field that are that way. They're the ones who like to write the briefs, they're the ones who like to study the code, they're the ones who like to write the motions, and they're the ones who like to review contracts. And then there's a whole different side of the coin, and there are the accountants who like to meet with clients. They're the ones who like to go out to the businesses. They're the lawyers who like to sit down with the clients. They're the ones who like to be in the negotiations. And they like routine too, but there has to be like some built-in variety. And I get that. To my bones, I get that. But even then, I think that you have to intentionally strive to find some kind of diversity to achieve the balance I'm talking about. You know, I think there's a myth out there that having a routine makes you more effective. It allows you to accomplish a level of proficiency that leads to efficiency or greater effectiveness or something. The reason I think that's a myth is that the thing routine does is it allows you to skip planning. When you get in a rut, for lack of a better word, you don't have to think about what comes next. The same thing comes next every single time. And yes, that can lead to a level of proficiency. It allows you to concentrate on the work, you get in flow, whatever you want to call it. The disadvantage is that something inside of you goes stale. Maybe you become less enthusiastic about the work. Maybe you stop bringing new ideas to the work. Maybe your methods become antiquated because there's nothing new coming into your world. I need you to recognize what's allowing you to become proficient is the fact that you don't have to plan. Step 2 comes after step 1 every single time. You can accomplish the same level of proficiency and the same level of effectiveness if you will do the hard work of planning. And that's important because the knock against variety is that a lot of variety can leave you feeling like a chicken with his head cut off. Like you don't know what's coming next, or you're not ready, or you're not prepared, or you can't really get into a groove because everything's new, everything's different. That's only true if you're not very intentional about how you approach those things. If you plan your day before it starts, if you're intentional about what your goals are for the day, what your goals are for the week, what your goals are in this new role, this new project, whatever it is, you can have lots of variety and be incredibly effective. Don't slip into routine just because you don't want to plan. I don't know what variety looks like for you. Maybe it's doing ride-alongs with your sales guys or your supervisors or your production managers. Maybe it's spending a week in the shop. Maybe it's taking on a new job role. Maybe it's working from home for 3 days a week. Whatever it is, I encourage you to insert some variety into your routine because you need that fresh air. You need that newness, those new ideas, those new experiences to kind of feed your creativity and to make you a better leader, make you better at what you do. But if you're going to do that, make sure that you get really good at sitting down and planning your day before it starts, planning your week, thinking about what you want out of this role, what you're trying to accomplish. It'll make all the difference in the world, and you'll have the best of both worlds. See you guys tomorrow. That's important, because the knock against variety is that it leaves you with this, you know, running around with the chicken like it's, oh, I don't even know what that was.